All right. Now you're going to be given word problems. I'm not going to write out the whole word problem. I'm going to give you the scenario. So here you're going to be on a boat. And you're going to leave your port or the pier, your starting point. And you're going to go north 40 degrees east at 15 kilometers per hour for 2 hours. So I'm going to start drawing my diagram from this. So I'm going to draw a rose compass, north, south, west, east. This tells me north 40 degrees east. So north, I'm going 40 degrees east. So I'm going that way. And this angle right here is 40 degrees. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that little arrow. Now I'm going to say I'm going 15 kilometers per hour for 2 hours. Where when it equals distance equals rate times time. So D equals RT. So I'm going to do 15 times 2. So this length is 30 kilometers. So after 2 hours, I've gone 30 kilometers. And then I'm going to change where I'm going. And I want to go south 30 degrees east. So I'm going to draw another compass at where my current location is. And I'm going to go south 30 degrees east, so over into here. Now I'm going 16 kilometers per hour now, so I sped up for 2.5 hours. Maybe I'm going with the current or something, so it made it a little faster. And then when I do that, I'm going to do 2.5 times 16, and that gives me 40. So I went 40 kilometers this way. And of course, in this small angle right here, I'm going to extend this out so I have room to write, is 30 degrees. All right, I'm going to ask you, how far are you away from your home port? And what directional bearing do you need to take to get back to your original starting point? So we want to get back to right there. So we're going to I want to extend this out so I can kind of make a nice, pretty little triangle that you can see what's going on. So the first thing I'm going to ask for is you to find how far are you away from this port. And then I'm going to ask you, if with your compass right here, what directional bearing do you have to take? Well, there's a lot going on in this picture, and it doesn't seem like we have enough information, but we really do. So one key thing on these, all west-east lines, west-east lines, west-east lines, and all north-south lines, they are parallel. So if I notice this west-east line and this west-east line is cut by a transversal, my actual distance going right, my line right here, that's a transversal. And we know opposite interior angles in geometry are congruent. So if this is 40 degrees, I know this also is 40 degrees. All right. Well, now if I look, I have this part of the angle, which is 40 degrees, this other part of the angle, which is 30 degrees. That makes this entire angle right here 70 degrees by using some basic geometry. Now if I look, I have a side angle side. That's law of cosine. I can find this really easy by simply doing my x. Let me write x instead of c. My x equals the square root of 30 squared plus 40 squared minus 2 times 30 times 40 times cosine of my included angle, the angle in between, which is 70 degrees. And that will give me how far I'm away from my home, where I started from, or my home port. When I do that, please tell me I actually calculated it. I did. We're going to get approximately 41 kilometers. It's like 40 point something, but it rounds to 41. So 41 kilometers. So I'm about 41 kilometers from where I originally started. Now, so I don't get lost at sea, I need to figure out what heading or what directional bearing I need to take. So I need to go from the north line all the way down towards the west line. So I know to get home, I'm going to have to do north something west. But I need to know this whole angle. All right, so let's look. I can do the same trick. Look, I have a north-south line and I have a north-south line. If this is 30 degrees, this part of the angle has to be 30 degrees. So I need to find this angle right here, and I can do 30 plus that angle, and I have my answer. So let's think about this. I now have enough information I can do law of sine, and I'm looking for an angle. So let's do 41 over sine of the opposite angle, 70 degrees, equals, because that's 41, opposite of that is 40. I'm looking for this, so it's going to be sine of something, question mark. I'm going to go to the opposite side of 30. Let's just solve this by cross multiplying. I've got 41 sine of something is going to equal 30 sine of 70. Divide by 41. Sine of something equals 30 sine of 70 degrees over 41. Take arc sine, and I'm going to get my question mark by itself. It's going to be arc sine of 30 sine of 70 degrees over 41. Now, when I put this in the calculator, I get 43.44. So my angle, my question mark, is approximately 43.44 degrees. So this is about 43.44 degrees. So I need to go 30 plus 43.44 degrees. I need to go 73.44 degrees west. So I need to go north 73.44 degrees west. That would be my directional heading to get back to my original starting point or my port. So this is the type of problem I want to be asking you to do. It's a lot of setup. You have to think about it, think through, see what you have. But these are really good problems, and this is a real-life application. If you're going into the Navy or the Coast Guard, you'll actually have to learn how to do this. Just in case. They have computers that do this for you, but you still have to be able to do it by hand. Not to mention, I know in the military, you have to do land navigation, which is going to do this as well. Hi, I'm Mr. Buzzer, and these videos are supplemental instruction for my students. If you found the video enjoyable, make sure you click the like button and click subscribe, as well as the bell for notifications to receive future videos on high school mathematics.